Hi, bonsoir, mon moyo. Hello, everyone. Welcome back again to Chef Vanu. And I hope all you guys are doing well. And today we are here to make some gizzard, chicken gizzard. This is one of my favorite. So we have everything here. It doesn't take much to make some chicken gizzard. The most thing you need is always going to be the eggplant, the natural seasoning. And of course, we do add extra powder seasoning, which I have them here. This is one of my favorite I like to use as well. It's a Creole seasoning, and this is complete seasoning right here. And I have my garlic powder. So this one has salt. So if you're using it, try not to add too much of that. There's a little salt in there. And we have our minced onion right here. And so far, the only thing I added into the chicken gizzard is only lime, and I added also my vinegar. I soaked it for about maybe 2 hours right now, but you don't have to do that long. And right here I have my onions and hot peppers and the bell peppers. I'm using the red and the green, and I have my parsley, and I have my thyme. Those are the things I always use in my meat. It's the most, and there's certain things I'm probably not adding today, but I'm just going to make this very simple and tasty. Alright, so this is the gizzard right here that I'm using. I use about like 2 little small trays. It comes in a little clear trays. You can get this from any supermarket or any, basically any store that sells meat. They normally have it, not everywhere. So we have our gizzard here. I haven't cleaned it yet. As you can see, we have the fatting part on it. I'm going to move these. And sometimes I leave it like a whole, and sometimes I cut it. So you don't have, it's up to you if you want it very small, or I may just leave it this size. My daughter don't like gizzard, but I love my gizzard. Alright, so I have my lime right here, which I already squeezed on top of all of the gizzard here, but I'm going to take it and rub it on each of my gizzard, and I'm getting my knife right here, and I'm going to, get in there, start peeling out all that fat in there. I don't like to see that when I'm eating my gizzard. And that's how you clean it, basically. It doesn't take much work. It doesn't take too much work to clean your gizzard. Basically, you're just removing those fattening part on it. It's not much work. If you get some skin, you just remove it. Vraiment, vraiment facile. Very easy. As I mentioned earlier, this is the skin I was saying that you need to remove. It's an extra skin. You definitely want to take that off, and it's very easy to just put it off. Alright, so now I took my scissors. It's going to help me to move quicker. As I was saying, I like some of the part, I like it to be small. I don't like it to be like a whole gizzard like this big. So you definitely want to cut it small. It's up to you. Because when I take a bite of my gizzard, I just want to put the whole little portion in my mouth without having to choke on the gizzard. Alright, so we continue cleaning the rest. Alright guys, so this is the aftermath after we clean our gizzard. And actually it's ready to go to wash. So I'm going to move over to the sink so we can wash this before we add any seasoning on it. Alright, so all I'm doing now is pouring some cold water over the gizzard. I'm getting my hands, and if I find anything I need to pull off, it's like you're doing a second cleaning, small cleaning, to go over it nicely. Alright, so we're back from washing our chicken gizzard. Now the next thing I'm going to add, first definitely, we are using the eggplant. Chicken gizzard. Alright, I'm pouring all the juice I have in here and not wasting anything. Woo. And now, when I have my eggplant, the next I'm going to do is grab my lime, and I'm going to cut it. Cutting my lime is actually, you want to always add some lime chia seed. They actually bring it give that extra kick.
That's cool on the beat.
Now, I'm adding my complete seasoning. I'm adding right now the Creole seasoning. That one you can always add it to anything. Just because it's Creole, you can add it to whatever you're using, people. It's not only a Haitian seasoning, or I would say Caribbean seasoning, but it brings out some flavor. Now I love onions, so we're adding the minced onion. And I am adding the garlic salt. All right. Some of my thyme, I'm not adding everything, because what I do, I wait at the end when the gizzard is cooking, and I'll be adding some more at the end. Right now I'm just adding my parsley. I'm taking it off the branch and just adding on here. Alright, then I will be cutting some of my bell peppers. So let me go ahead and add my gizzard first onto the pot to cook. Our pressure cooker right here is a small one. This one I do different things in it. This is it right here. I actually can fry, I can actually grill, boil, whatever, depending on what you're making. It's for different purposes. I actually do 5 things from what the box said, but we do different things on here. Alright, so this is the actually hot pepper that I'm using, the green one. I'm going to poke it, guys, right here. Forgot to mention, just crossed my mind. I'm like, let me use some cloves. Sorry, some jus. We call it jus. I'm just poking the pepper with some. It's extra flavor as well, and I'm going to let it cook with the gizzard. So I'm dropping it in there. I just uncovered it just to show you guys how it's cooking so fast already. And as you can see the number I'm using, I put it at 300, like between 3, I would say right now, between 250 to 300. I want to make sure it takes its time to cook, but when it's cooked, it's going to be well done. We're not trying to rush it, but we already know using this, it will cook it definitely faster than if we were using the stove. Covering it back, and I'll keep checking on this. I would say it may take between an hour, 30 minutes. It's all dependent. It's up to you. Alright guys, so as I just mentioned, this is going to take some time to cook the way I like it, to be very tender. So we're going to sit down during the meantime, but here and there I will be checking on it just to make sure the water is not drying. See you soon. Pepper, just to check up on it. As you can see, it has all the juice in there. And I'm watching out for the peppers as well. That way, it's up to you how spicy you want your food. You don't want to lose it and have it like disappear. Then it'll get really spicy. But sometimes it happens and it's fine. Or sometimes I take it out, it's too much for me to handle. So what I'm doing right now is adding some of my bell peppers, which is the green one and the red one. Adding it now, and I'm saving some for later. Alright, so getting thick and looking so yummy already. I'm going to taste a little bit of juice, tiny in my hand, and it's good. But a little spicy there, and I like my gizzard spicy. I can't eat gizzard without any spice. So I'm removing this pepper. I may add it back later, but for now, it's being removed. And I have a little bit of water because, as you see right now, it's drying. Adding a little bit more water, and I'm going to cover it again. And it's my first time cooking my gizzard in here, so I don't know how long it may take, but I know it should be quicker than usual because sometimes it takes me about 2 hours and a half because, like I said, I like my gizzard. So right now, what I'm going to do, I'm adding some onion. Hello. before. It's my first time cooking the gizzard on here in the presto. So it's going to taste this right now. It's very hot. You get that crunch in there, but it's soft and it's cooked. So basically on here, guys, I would love to do this again. I will, from now on, actually going to definitely use this each time I'm making gizzard. Normally it takes me about 2 hours to cook it. When I do it on the stove, I have to keep adding water, keep looking over it, but this, the way to go. So I'm going to remove this, guys. I'm plugging presto. Alright guys, so I'm moving to this pot on the stove now. So we can give our gizzard some color. Gizzard lang. So I'm putting my oil in here. Yes. Not too much. Alright, so a little oil I added. I'm not going to fry it. I just put enough just to, you know, give it a little color, just a little bit. So adding my gizzard right now. Color. And right now my stove is on, I would say, on high. Alright, so this is it right here. Guys, this gizzard tastes so good. To be honest, like, I love it the way it is. So what I'm going to eat it with some balanbuy or some boiled plantain. So I'm actually going to add a little gravy, which is the rest of the gravy we used from earlier. So I have it right here. I'm just going to add it. Just a little drizzle. Parsley.